So, dear friends, after a very nice illustrations by the keynote presenter, Dr. Atul Salunke sir, we are having the another resourceful person and his address we have to listen, that is Dr. Dilip Patil sir. So we are having a illustrations by the Dr. Dilip Patil sir. It is my privilege to introduce Dr. Dilip Patil sir for this international webinar address. Dr. Dilip Patil sir is a BA in economics. Sir is BA in political science. Sir is BA in rural development. Sir is MA in the rural development. Sir completed his PhD, MBA, LLB. So many degrees of the various faculties, and besides that, at present sir is working as a guide for the PhD, and it is very proud to say that more than 20 students got a PhD under his able guidance. Such a personality, Dr. Dilip Patil sir. At present, Dr. Dilip Patil sir is a director of DLLE in the Mumbai University. I would like to add a certain distinct and unique things about the Dr. Dilip Patil sir is that he was shortlisted for the interview of the Vice Chancellor post in University of Mumbai in 2018. So this is the sentence which explains that how worthy, knowledgeable person is Dr. Dilip Patil. Dr. Dilip Patil sir is represented Asia in Common Development Society USA. Dr. Dilip Patil sir represented India in the 15 international conferences, which includes New Zealand, Hong Kong, Thailand, Israel, Malaysia, England, South Africa, USA, all these countries. And very interesting and very knowledgeable point, Dr. Dilip Patil sir is a NAC peer team member. He is a writer of the 15 books on the rural development. So, such a knowledgeable, such a resourceful person now presenting a lecture on the what is the role of society in the corona situation. So very big hand to the Dr. Dilip Patil, and I would like to request Dr. Dilip Patil sir so as to present his address for the gathering in the international webinar. Thank you.
Good morning. On behalf of Anjuman Islam Jajira Degree College of Science and Kokan Unnati Mitra Mandals, Vasantrao Naik College of Arts and Commerce, Murud Janjira, jointly organized international webinar on role of social services in COVID-19 situation. I congratulate the management of both these colleges, Principal Dr. Fulari sir of AIJ Degree College of Science and Dr. Vishwas B. Chavan, Principal of VN College of Arts and Commerce, to organize this type of jointly organized international webinar on this role of social service in COVID-19 situation. Today is the 3rd September and I received a call from various states of India, many my colleague teachers from all over India, various universities from Maharashtra and colleges under the Mumbai University. They sent a paper on these sub-themes are around 15, and out of that, the DLLE in COVID-19 situation related topic is also is one of the sub theme. So naturally, I feel out of around 200 or 300 plus participants, they should know about what is daylily, because everybody's know about the other things. They knows about the NSS, they know Lions Club, Rotary Club, and many more things they know. But daylilies they feel that this is a new one, but it is not new one. So what is actually daylily? That's I want to explain through my PPT. So everybody should know about this daylily. Then only it is comfortable for them to realize how we are working with this society. So please allow me to present my PowerPoint presentation through share screen. Yes, this is a Department of Lifelong Learning and Extension, means DLLE, and I am Director Dr. Dipesh Patil, who is for last 14 years I am Director in this department. This is actually department established in 1979. 1978. And earlier name was Adult and Continuing Education and Extension. And as per the UGC 11 plan guideline, it is renamed as a Department of Lifelong Learning and Extension. This department had been started in 80 other universities in our country by UGC. There are 8 similar departments in various states, universities in Maharashtra. This department is one of the 15 authority of University of Mumbai as per the new Maharashtra Public University Act. The thrust area we can say about the UGC and their expectations from this department is: first is population education, human rights and personal development, communal harmony, environment and cultural education, learning opportunities, self-employment, and literacy. That is we converted that is in financial and computer literacy. This is a responsibility as per the Maharashtra Public University Act 2016 of state government. This implementing policies and recommendation of Board of Lifelong Learning and Extension. The chairman is Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. Suhas Pednekar sir. Then promote research in the field of lifelong learning and value education, life skills. Gerontology, that is a very much important thing, because you can see the now our country is a topper in the youth population. Means naturally after few years or after few decades, it will be converted into the senior citizens country. So naturally we have to start planning and programs for this particularly population part, that is senior citizens. So this is the department responsibility given by the state government for the senior citizen. Organize lower level basic skill development program. You've seen that skill development and basic lower level, we can say, in new education, national education policy. Organize teaching program, certificate, diploma. This is the only department we are having a postgraduate teaching and certificate and diploma courses. The other department, those who are having this 10 grace marks facility under 229, the other department, they are not receiving this type of combination of teaching as well as outreach program. Organize a postgraduate teaching program. We are having MA, MPhil, PhDs, and organize a coordinator awareness activities. Organize and coordinate. This is awareness activities, and about the various program, I will explain what type of activities during this COVID period and after this COVID period, particularly for this academic year, what we are going to do and what we are doing now. So that is also, I am giving my stress on that during my presentation. Our Department of Lifelong Learning and Extension activity, that is a continuing education, 13 short-term add-on courses, which is as per the need of the market, not whatever suggested by us, what expertise suggests what is a need. No, the need-based programs are suggested by the students, by the community, by the teachers of the various colleges. Then open schooling, NIOS, for the National Institute of Open Schooling, for those who could not complete 10th and 12th. that is secondary and senior secondary, we are saying. This is the biggest department board in world, we can say, like ICS, CBSE and SSC, HSC, like that. But we don't know about this board, which is run by under the Ministry of HRD, now the Department of Education. We are running one of the accredited center in Maharashtra in our university. The undergraduate program and PG programs, that is a personal contact program, PCP program, lecture on distance education. Those who want to take, those who already taken admission in the correspondence courses IDOL, Institute of Distance and Open Learning in Mumbai University at Kalina campus, they can attend the personal contact program in our department, because our department location, situation, we can say, near the Churchgate railway station is in main business district of Mumbai. So that is those who are working for in the various offices, having other things, unable to go for colleges, they can take admission for IDOL and attend lecture in our department in DLLE. And secondly, we are already running MA, MPhil, PhD in rural development. In Maharashtra, we are talking not only in Maharashtra, but in world, international level or national level, the majority population comes under rural areas. Naturally, it reflects on their budget. And at the same time, the universities, they don't have degree course or certificate course or diploma course. But Mumbai University, last 40 years, Mumbai University running degrees. Last 30 years, Mumbai University running this PhD program. And in this decade, in 2014, in Mumbai University, our department started MPhil program. So this is a need of an hour. Those in the Maharashtra, various universities having various subjects, but the major subject which reflects in our budget, that is not teaching. Now Solapur University started, Shivaji University started, but Mumbai University having major share to give this degree in rural development. And then extension education, that is vocational and community oriented project. Again, we can take about the national education policy of India, which is declared just few months before. And that is already we are doing that type of work. So these are the online, I told you, the online activities mode, and this we started before 10 years. But we know the importance of online learning now. Last 6 months, we know the importance of this. But this we already started 10 years back. And Mumbai University is the only university having this type, the only government university having this type of courses, online courses. And we are running online courses. We are getting good income also for department, and students from all over the world, all over the India and all the Maharashtra getting opportunity to get certificate of Mumbai University. Then I told you about National Institute of Open Schooling HRD Ministry is renamed in Department of Education. You can see the 350 students enrolled in my department. That is for 10th and 12th. After 12th, they can go for science, medical and engineering. And Marathi, Hindi, English medium is there. And the beneficiaries, you will be surprised to know the beneficiaries are university watchmen, peons, sweepers, orphan, housemates, street children, bank sub-staff, special kids like Tare Zameen Pe. Number of students are like Tare Zameen Pe. Workers and sportsmen, artists, homemakers, sportsmen like Sachin Tendulkar, artists like various artists going for abroad to learn so many things at abroad, but at the same time, they want a degree also. They are coming here, the homemaker, the main role of homemaker. They are making us, these children. But what about their education? They are also more talented like us, or more than talented like their children, because they are mother. So these mothers can take admission here. Number of class 4 employees from Mumbai University, they completed 10th and 12th and promoted as a class 3 employee. So 50 peons, hammals, sweepers, watchmen, drivers completed 10th and 12th from our department. And that is a big achievement, we can say. This is a postgraduate program. I told you about the MA in rural development, MPhil in rural development, PhD in rural development. And we visited the assembly to know how they are, the member of assembly, how they are making a law. Secondly, the DLLE also conduct research workshop for PhD students. And DLLE organized a conference on lifelong learning and contemporary issues. It has organized IQAC, Internal Quality Assurance Workshop for teachers. And it has also organized faculty development program and intellectual property right workshop for the teachers in collaboration with the colleges. And these are the extension work program six type of programs. We are working there and correlating these programs with the new program started by HRD Ministry or Education Ministry, we can say, just introduced in last month. So whatever we are program, we are converting to these programs into that government affiliation program, and all colleges, 314 colleges, will work this type of program through government department, and they will get recognition, they will get exposure, and they will get certification also. 10 grace marks like other activities like NSS, NCC, sports, cultural. Our department also comes under that, and after completing 120 or 240 hours, and they are getting the certification, 10 grace marks, and this is for every year, not only for 2 years, 3 years like that. Every year, FY, SY, TY, Master Part 1, Master Part 2, like that. All 5 years student can enroll, can participate in activity, and they can get a opportunity in the market, or as well as in the foreign university where the extension work or community work, they are getting more importance for that type of certificate. B.Ed college is having this activity because they are not getting opportunity to get 10 grace marks in other activity. This is a network where the Board of Lifelong Learning and Extension, as I told earlier, then my position, Director LVLLE, then 55 field coordinators, they are among the extension work teachers in the colleges, and out of that around 694 extension work teachers, they are the 55 field coordinator. Their duties supervising at least 10 to 10 colleges and helping them, guiding them, giving them support to giving activities for this extension work. Then we are having around 1400 student manager. We can say that is student leaders, and they are working also for the community. Under the one student manager, 25 students will work, and under 50 students, one teacher will work, like that. So I purposely say under 50 students because students are working, teachers and student managers are guiding, supporting, like that. Then around 34,684 students, extension work students, they are working in 7 districts affiliated with University of Mumbai in Konkan region. This is a participation, we can say, from 2006, 32 colleges. Now you can see the 306, but it is figure went now to 314, and the student number is 2490, and now 34,684. So this is the change because of students, teachers, and principal colleagues like Fulari sir and Chavan sir, because everybody is interested to implement this type of program. So that's why students like this program. Here the summary of participation in extension work since last 15 years, we can say 2005, 6, 8 total colleges, 22, 1888 students, and now you can say 1920, 34,684 students, and they are from undergraduate, MA, B.Ed, pharmacy, management, engineering, law. So like that, 22 colleges to 306, now 314 colleges. So this type of participation from various faculties are in these our DLLA activities, because our logo is like that, reach to unreach. You can see this, my background, our logo, and there we reach to unreach. Here this is a part of Maharashtra state. This Konkan belt means this is Gujarat, and from here to Goa, like Sindhudurga, Ratnagiri, Raigad, Thane, Palghar, and Mumbai. Mumbai having 2 districts. So total 7 districts from Goa border to Gujarat border, 750 kilometer area. So in each district, there are 148 in Mumbai and 66, 22, 22, 19, 29. These are the colleges in different districts. So you can see this is because of mouth-to-mouth publicity. This is not any compulsion we are doing for students. Students are coming with payment. 100 rupees they are paying to college, 100 rupees they are paying to students, university. So naturally, students are paying 200 rupees per year and joining this activity. Why? Because they are getting exposure in entrepreneurship development, National Institute of Open Schooling, industry-oriented, population education, information technology, career project. So these are the all projects which is very much necessary for their personality development. And naturally, after graduation, they will get benefit of this. Then this is a Udaan Festival, intercollegiate street play competition on social issues. That is very much important. We are giving degrees, the specializations, but what about the social issues? When they will think, these are the issues are in the society, and they are going out, they are studying that, and they are presenting in front of the audience. 99% students are first time in their life they are coming on stage. So that is their confidence building, we can say. And not only this, but state play, with the state play competition, the poster competition on social issues on Udaan Festival, around once in one year, one annual year, we are visiting this college 4 times. Means each districts, around 2 days we are spending, total 15 days for first term, 15 days for second term, and 15 days for Udaan Festival. And again that 15 days for or 10 days for the monitoring evaluation. So we are always in touch with the community. We are always in touch with the students. We are always in touch with the teachers and the colleges and the principal. That's why that is the success of the department. We are having monitoring evaluation, extension work for the getting 10 grace marks. All this, my field coordinator standing here, my colleagues, Associate Professor Kunal Jadhav, my technical assistants are here, and my staff is also here. They are at the end of the academic year, the teachers have to prepare a report with the help of the projects from the students, and on that basis, teacher will sign, the principal will sign, and my field coordinator will approve, and then only the students will qualify to get 10 grace marks. So that is important thing. Those who are just coming, paying that and filling the diaries are not, it means we are not giving the 10 grace marks. Because every year 2,000 to 3,000 students are not qualified to 10 grace marks. So that is a difference between others and us. So this is the e-learning. When we are very much involved in outreach program, so naturally we have to think. And before 5 years, we started e-learning. Before 5 years, I'm telling. We know the importance of e-learning now about these 5 months. But before 5 years, we started with this lab. We can say virtual classroom. This virtual classroom, one of the best virtual classroom in India in government universities. So from here, you can deliver a lecture to 1+8 places all over the world, both audio, video. So this is for the use of my students from Mofussil area. And around 1.5 crores I spent it. I mean, my university spent it on this. And this is a e-learning lab where the all wireless connectivity. No wire, you can't see the wire in the CPU, no CPU, only this PC, and no wire, cordless for mouse and my keyboard. So this is around 50 lakhs we spent on this, and that is for all extension work students, which is free of cost. Just they have to come in a group of around 50 or 25. They have to suggest a course. We will provide them infrastructure, resource person, and certification of Mumbai University with no charges. But only one thing is there. They have to be 100% attendance. So that is our facilities for students. This is virtual classroom features, whatever we are having there. Then staff and training. We are always giving training to teachers and students. What about the non-teaching staff? These are the non-teaching staff of Mumbai University, working in examination department, working in various departments, and they attended the training course before office hour and after office hour and Saturday, Sunday. No CL, no DL, nothing, no concession. But they attended. Then this is my teachers from Mofussil area. This is Professor Thakur from Sindhudurga, Professor Pardeshi from Raigad, Professor Indulkar from Raigad, Uran, Professor Chakradev from Chembur, Professor Dr. Mumbarkar from Sindhudurga, Kankavli, and Professor Kamble from Roha. So these are the teachers are there. They should know about all this activity. Means this pandemic situation, how to face this pandemic situation. This type of situation, we don't never know about that, but we already started preparation before 5 years. This is unique example in India, or we can say in the world. We already started with this e-learning, or we can say the connectivity and like that. So because of this, when 6 March 2017, the Maharashtra Times newspaper, they published one article, and in that article they claim that this act of higher education department mentioned particularly about the lifelong learning and extension work. They have to give preference to this. They told to other universities in Maharashtra, this is a model of lifelong learning, is a model for other universities. Every university having DLLE, but this type of grassroots level activities, all over India, not a single university having this type of grassroots attachment with students, attachment with community, attachment with the rural teachers. And because of that, you can see this, this is in Marathi, but on Teachers' Day, Mumbai University received a Guru Dakshina. From whom? From the rural students of Ratnagiri and Sindhudurga district. They gave a check to the concerned teacher to deliver to us as a Guru Dakshina, because after their graduation, these are the alumni of DLLE of the various colleges in Konkan region. They started their own business. They are the entrepreneur, because this type of activity they received a knowledge compare with their college education, and because of that they started their small business. Entrepreneur means not 100 employee or 200 employee or 1,000. Okay, 5 employees. Okay, you can start with 1 or 2. But they believe that on the every month, the first day, we are not taking salary, we are giving salary. So his student is at least started with 5 or 10 students. Naturally, the employability will work here. Whatever we gave them outreach program, through that is entrepreneurship, that is a skill development. We train them in skill development with our projects. So these are the returns we are getting now. This is not an event. We are not organizing any event like one event for 1 day or 10 days or 9 days or 5 days, nothing. This is we are giving circulate in June, then first term training between that 2 months, 10 days in 7 districts, then field coordinators meeting, then add-on courses, continuing education, then research, second term training, then 10 days in 7 districts, then foundation field coordinator meetings, then Udan festival and budget evaluation, monitoring evaluation, and add-on courses in May and research workshop for teachers. So these are the activities we are doing. So I'm very much thankful for participate in this by viewing this my PPT. Now I want to give about this pandemic situation, what our students are doing. What our students, we are not doing publicity, or we are not giving photographs, or we are not giving any news or in newspaper. Our students are doing everything. Why we have to give our photo? Students, they can give, they can about for the work. The person photo is not important, the person work is important. So that's why when we are talking about this, so number of agencies, they are coming forward and they are requesting us for the collaboration. One NGO, Pratham, they came as a school outside the school, that project. And in that, the between 6 to 14 age groups student of various talukas in rural areas, particularly we are starting with rural areas, they involved. How? Because wherever our college students are staying in the villages, in that village, the DLLE student can cover the nearby school-going students, and to maintain the basic capacity of the students in the subjects of languages, mathematics, English. These are the basic subjects. Our students of FY, SY, TY, they can guide them. I'm not telling teach them. They can guide them. The students nearby their house, not going outside, not going outside the village, in their own village, with the help of the Gram Shikshan Committee of their Gram Panchayat, with the help of parents and teachers of their primary school or secondary school, particularly secondary school. They have their WhatsApp groups. Many students, they don't have their Android phones. School going students, forget about them, their parents also don't have. So these college going students, if they are having their Android phone, they can join that WhatsApp group, and they started to teach, not teaching exactly. They are started giving training about the subject, and the examples we can say like that. Basic things are the English, mathematics, and language. And this is we can say a different type of classroom outside the class, outside the school, and particularly from standard 1st to 8. These students, they are very much eager now to go to school. They are very much eager to go to their school. They want to play. So my student volunteer are staying in that village, and in their home also this type of students are available. So it is already started from 15 July. It will be up to December 2020. And these are the basic ideas to develop the mind of these small children, school-going children. We can't imagine what are the impact on their mind because of this 4-5 months pandemic situation. So we have to give them various knowledge, and our students are doing well, no doubt about that. Then about the students, those who are working as a student volunteer from the colleges, they are also at home. They will get certification from Zilla Parishad, from state government, because they are doing good job. One student teaching 10 students, like that, 100 students will teach 1,000 students in their area only, in their vicinity only. They don't have to go outside, and their parents also not allow them to go outside. At the same time, after when the lockdown period will over, those who participate in this program, our student volunteers of the various colleges, they will get vocational online certificate course from Pratham Education Foundation, or free of cost. What is that? Shiksha ke badle shiksha. They taught others, they will get additional knowledge of vocational course, and that will be online, and that will be benefit. One, certificate they are getting, second, vocational training they are getting online. So these are the benefit my students volunteers are getting, and after joining college, they will be involved in the activities. That activities I am going to explain you about that. So this is the unique program, we can say, with the collaboration of Pratham NGO. And now the second one is we are saying that Ministry of HRD, we can say, Mahatma Gandhi National Council of Rural Education. Mahatma Gandhi National Council of Rural Education. They approached to us, and just last week we organized one webinar. Around 125 my extension work teachers participated, and they are very happy to participate this. This is a noble cause. Is Department of Higher Education, Ministry of Human Resource Development, Government of India. That is a SAP program, we can say. That is under that SAP program. This my teachers and my collective principals, they are organizing. They have to fill the form and they have to send it back to the ministry directly, and they are getting a certificate. That college, the institute will get a certificate for the participation of the social entrepreneurship, Swachha and rural engagement cell. That is the action plan is given, and that is they have to fill. Those who want that form, they can contact the field coordinator, or directly they can write to me, and they can proforma, they can fill and send to them. That proforma, we want the area, then ideas, suggested activities for the team, and they can modify as per the local need. And the committee head, faculty name, contact number and email. Here they can add there the professor or one teacher, extension work professor, or any other professor. They can mention that about their name, cell number and email ID. And which are the program? The program are in sanitation and hygiene. Sanitation and hygiene, then waste management, then water management, and energy management, and greenery. These are the 5 programs, and each program having 2-fold: one in campus, another in community or village. We can say in cities we can say community, and through that they given the ideas and suggested activities. So college first thing is they have to college with this pro forma. They have to fill the only name of the teachers and student managers or student leaders in the column for each program if they want to implement each program. If they want to implement 1 or 2 programs, they can, according to that, they can mention that. And this, they have to mail it, nothing else. Right? After lockdown, they can start with on this activity. And I am 100% confident that all the colleges, all my colleagues, teachers, they are already working for this. When you can say the under the sanitation and hygiene, at the same time, that is for campus, then sanitation hygiene for adapted village or community to promote rural social entrepreneurship and community engagement. What they have to do? Post-COVID sanitation measures and drill, clean and functional toilets. That is in our campus. Safe drinking water, clean surroundings, clean buildings, rooms, campus landscaping, zero littering. These already we are doing. Under this also, we have to inform the government, already we are doing this, and this so-and-so person is in charge for that, and his details are like this. He will get a certificate, he will get a recognition, he will get an exposure, and institute also getting exposure. And then organize an awareness program for if you want to go for community level. Then perform a Nukkad Natak or street play. That is last 14 years we are doing. On that topic will be different. On sanitation and hygiene, the importance of hygiene and sanitation, we can easily, our students are playing with street play for last 14 years. So prepare information, education, communication material, wall painting to promote such activities. This also you see in Mumbai, there are various colleges painted railway station, railway platforms and walls about the Swachh Bharat, clean railway station, clean platform. Already we are doing. Everything, I am very much confident that everything my students and teachers are doing. Only thing, you have to convert, you have to put it in this format, take your principal signature, and you have to send back to the government. This is the waste management and so many. You can, I will forward this to Fulari sir and Chavan sir, and those who are already participating in this, they can use this type of formation. Then addition of that, naturally, when we are getting various activities and the success because of students and teachers and colleges, many NGOs are coming to meet me, our department, and they plan. Even the UNICEF also interested to collaborate with us. And that is very good sign, because my students and teachers will get certificate with UNICEF logo. That is important. That's why coming together Yuva, that is a thing for COVID-19, how students can do that. They can effectively engage young people by making social conscious, providing them with various platforms to contribute society. Already my students are doing leadership capability, think empathetically, self-awareness, enabling them social and emotional well-being, self-confidence, providing them with the aspirational opportunities, civic engagement, rising awareness, providing avenues to collaborate and cause a change. So rural youth or urban youth become a agent of change, that I believe. So these are the engagement, lead orientation, and engaging with youth to take up a campaign. So that is very much important, because the young people between 10 to 24 years to transition from education learning to productive work. Education learning, not teaching, I am telling. Education learning to productive work. And active citizenship. That is very much important. Active citizenship. And the UNICEF what we can say, up to, they want to do up to 2030, 2030, 10 more years they are giving us to complete this agenda. And we have to participate because that is international level organization. We know about what they are doing. So we have to participate, and they approach us to do all these things because they feel that youth network were oriented on the prevention and response of COVID-19. Then the closure of schools and colleges has impacted education of adolescent and youth and fractured social network. Yet many youth groups have supported in the times of COVID-19. Earlier, that I told you earlier, Pratham NGO, and we are doing this type of things for the adolescents particularly. And our objective of UNICEF in this program is connect, co-create their need for various skills. Connect, co-create their needs for various skills. That is important. Create space, collaborate, co-create various skills, opportunities. Learning opportunities and exposure for young people. These are the objectives of UNICEF of this program. Then change makers, developing their leadership. Young people as a change maker, naturally, and developing their leadership. And the established linkages, that is important, linkages, existing government and private mechanism. Career guidance process. So these are the few points I explained to you about this, what DLLE, Department of Lifelong Learning and Extension, doing, and our future plans also we are going. So thank you very much. I gave around 30 minutes. I exceeded by 5 minutes. So thank you, Fulari sir. Thank you, Chavan sir. And thanks to management of both the colleges. I hope if you are having questions, you can write on chart and send to me. My number, cell number, I can tell you is 93235. I repeat, 93235 92883. I repeat, 92883. And my email ID is DILIP SP, S for sugar, P for Paris, SP 45@gmail.com. DILIP SP 45@gmail.com. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot for listening me. Please contact me. I am available 24/7. Thank you.